Alright, so today I will be showing you the most efficient way to get raid tokens. I'll start by showing you the least efficient to the most efficient. Uh, AFK, definitely by far the least efficient way, because you get 2 every 5 minutes, which is 24 an hour, not very much. But if you buy VIP, you get double, so you get 48 an hour, which is still not very good. But I mean, AFK is useful, of course, if you're not on the PC or Xbox. Okay, so the next way is speed raid. Speed raid, not the greatest, not the worst, definitely not the greatest. Of course, you want to try and do um, what's this? The 15 get to 250 raid tokens, and the 50 to get to 500 raid tokens. What I do for speed raid is I do most of them on my phone. So every half an hour or every hour when I'm about to do raid, I will just do speed raid before doing raid on my phone. What I would recommend doing is saving some of your speed raids for the weekend, for the 2 times raid tokens, so you can get even more out of it if you end up doing all of your speed raids before the weekend. Or if you end up doing most of them before the weekend, maybe save like 10 or 15 for the weekend so you can get double out of it. So next is raids. Raids are actually not the most efficient way to get raid tokens right now, but they are very good. When it comes to raids, damage actually isn't that important. You don't need to be able to do 300 billion damage to get a good amount of rewards. If you want, you can test out which raid is best for you, because not everybody has Rimuru and Asta and other hard characters to get. So if you have Blue Devil or Johto or Goku, you can go in there and see if you get more damage in those raids rather than Divine Guardian raid. The reward system in this game is very exponential, so in reality, if you can do like 10 billion damage, you're pretty good. But like, you don't really need to worry about doing more damage than that. But the difference between 10 billion and 30 billion is about 3 or 4 rewards, but it's 3 times the damage. And max rewards is like 305 billion, but you only get 72 rewards, so you're really not missing out on much. And like I said earlier, I do a lot of my raids on my phone because I used to play on Xbox and you can't do the raid and go back to like watching YouTube or play a different game, so it's really annoying. That's why I end up doing it on my phone. So if you have a phone, I would definitely recommend getting Roblox and downloading it and doing it on your phone every hour. But if you're on PC, you don't really have that problem. You can just open up Roblox, hit the boss a few times, and then continue what you were doing. So in this raid, I got 331 billion damage, but the people below me didn't really miss out that much, except for Asda. He could have gotten way more if he wanted to. Okay, so this is the most efficient way to grind raid tokens in this game right now. It's much faster than speed raid or raid or AFK. That way is boss rush. Boss rush is by far the quickest way to get raid tokens. So in order to get raid tokens, you need boss rush tokens. And the only way to get boss rush tokens is by boss rush tickets. And there are a few ways to get them. One way is an infinite. It has a 0.5% chance to drop. This is not a very efficient way to try and get them. It's really rare and it's just not worth doing. Another way of getting them is raids. It's also a 0.5% drop chance. And raids only happen every hour, so it's an even worse way. But of course, there's still a chance to get them when you're doing raid. If you want, you can do regular raids for a chance for these to drop. But I always do Divine Guardian raid because you can have more people and you also get a chance to drop a Divine Core and the best accessory in the game, if you don't have guts. Alright, and the last 2 ways to get boss rush tickets is by buying them. For Ray tokens, it costs 150, and for gems, it costs 200. Now for Ray tokens, it's not really worth it unless you like want to get a character and you're like close to getting a character and you don't mind spending the Ray tokens. Then by all means buy it. But for the most part, or pretty much always, you want to use gems. Now the most efficient way to get gems by far is doing dimensions. By doing dimensions, every time you complete one, you get a certain amount of gems at the end. I'm not sure what it is for the other dimensions, but for solo level dimension, every time you do it, you get 62 gems. So another good way of getting gems is by your daily and weekly quests. For your daily quests, you get 330 gems by completing all of them, and you get 125 Ray tokens when you complete them all. So I would definitely recommend logging in every day and trying to do these if you can. Doing them on your phone as well is very handy. Okay, so who to use for dimensions? Well, currently right now, the best dimension character is Shadow Monarch, but he takes like 4 months to get, which is ridiculous, but that's just how long he takes. So if you don't have him, regular Sun Jingwu from gems is actually really good. And pretty much every gacha character is good for dimensions, like Rimuru, Elf, Asta, Guts, Kurumi, they're all very good. Esper is also good. If you have Garo, he's good. Christmas Altar is pretty good. Dio is good. Yorichi is good. Kirito is pretty good. I mean, there are quite a few characters that are pretty decent. Well, from what I know at least. From what I've used. And that's it. Those are the ways to get Ray tokens, from the least efficient to the most efficient. And if anybody actually watched up until this point, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And yeah, that's it. If I got anything wrong in this video, I apologize in advance. But this is just what I know. Okay, yeah. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you watched.